Japan. Nihon or Nippon is an island nation in East Asia, located in the Pacific Ocean. The characters that make up Japan's name means sun origin is which Japan sometimes referred to as the land of the rising sun. Japan is an archipelago of 6,852 islands. Japan has the world's 10th largest population with over 127 million people. The Greater Tokyo area, which includes the facto capital city of Tokyo and several surrounding prefectures, is the largest metropolitan area in the world with over 30 million people. Archaeological research indicates that people have lived in Japan as early as the Upper Paleolithic period. The first widely mention of Japan is in Chinese historian, dates from the 1st century AD. Influence from other nations followed by long periods of isolation has characterized Japan's history. Japan has the world's third largest economy by nominal GDP, gross domestic product, and by purchasing power parity. It is also the world's fourth largest exporter and the fourth largest importer in the world. Although Japan has officially renounced at its right of declared war, it maintains a modern military force in self-defense and peacekeeping roles. After Singapore, Japan has the lowest homicide rate in the world, including attempted homicide. According to both United Nations and World Health Organization estimates, Japan has the longest life expectancy of any country in the world. Japan's culture has evolved greatly from its origins. Contemporary culture combines influence from Asia, North America, and Europe. Traditional Japanese art include crafts such as ceramics, textiles, lacquer, swords, and dolls. Performance of Bunraku, Kabuki, non dance, and Rakugo, another practice, like the tea ceremony, ikebana, martial arts, calligraphy, origami, onsen, geisha, and games. Japan has developed systems for the protection and promotion of both tangible and intangible cultural properties and national treasures. 14 sites have been inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List.
Now, this is the Owa Dance Festival that is held from 12 to 15 August as part of the Obon Festival in Tokushima Prefecture on Shikoku in Japan. Owa Odori is the largest dance festival in Japan, attracting over 1.3 million tourists every year. Groups of choreographed dancers and musicians, known as Ren, dance through the streets, typically accompanied by shamisen, lute, taiko drums, shinobu flute, and the cane bell. Performers wear traditional Obon dance costumes and chant and sing as they parade through the streets. In addition, we have Doll Festival, a typical and particular celebration. This takes place in March 3rd, and this is the day families pray for the happiness and prosperity of their girls and to help ensure that they grow up healthy and beautiful. The celebration takes place both inside the home and the seashore. Both parts are meant to ward off evil spirits from girls. Young girls put on their best kimonos and visit their friends' homes.
Nowadays, the most important social problems in Japan are the low birth rate and the population's aging that denote serious difficulties for the Japanese society in the next decades. Other problem is that Japan is reluctant to the immigration, so they will need a workforce. The cause is that the woman does not want to be mothers and the typical family model are destroying. The consequences are the problems in economy, and in 2013 Japan will need immigrants.
Japan's economic pain is also in need of alleviating. But this aging population is a large part of the problem. Japan has one of the world's oldest populations, coupled with one of the world's lowest birth rates. Economists warn it's simple maths.
There are a lot more people out there needing care as opposed to the people who are earning the money to make that care possible.
The government says people over 65 years old account for more than 20% of the population.
The possible solution for the low birth rate in Japan is that the government stimulates and protects the traditional families. Also, that teachers in schools and universities talk about the importance of the maternity and a solid family.
About the economical problems, the low birth rate also affects the economy, because if Japan has less young people to work, nobody can support the jubilation of old people. Besides, if Japan doesn't admit immigrants, the economy will fall. Besides, Japan have a natural resource, so they have to import this type of products. Other type of economical problem is that government fiscal policy that spend a lot of money for infrastructure, for example roads, bridges, flood control, and very little economic payoff.
The possible solution for that economic problem in Japan is that the government and the factories include more young people for the different jobs. Also that foreign people be admitted in the country for work in different jobs. In this way, the public expense won't be used to pay old people pensions.
In addition, about education problem, the price of the universities have risen considerably, and the families cannot pay the top education of all their children.
The possible solution for education problems in Japan is that government open more public universities, and the private centers reduce its prices and bring more economical aid for students.
On the other hand, about environmental problems, the indiscriminate fishing is causing the marine fauna extinction. The causes are the need of natural resources of Japan, because fishing is the principal economical activity. The consequences are the destruction of marine fauna and the conflicts with other countries.
The possible solution for indiscriminate fishing is that government punishing to old people who hunt more than the 4% of the fishes. Also, it's important that Japanese government signs the FSA, which is a commitment that forces countries to create organizations which control indiscriminate fishing, and which actually has 68 members. In conclusion, Japan is one of the richest countries around the world with a big number of technology and development. Nevertheless, also it has a lot of problems like immigration and indiscriminate fishing. Japan is a big country that we must to know and respect.